Hey everyone, welcome back. We're taking a deep dive today into some pretty cool concepts from yoga.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Pratyahara and Dharana specifically.
Okay.
And
hmm
I was looking over these excerpts you shared from a YouTube audiobook
Right.
of Swami Vivekananda's complete works,
Yes.
really focusing on Raja Yoga Chapter 6. And wow,
Yeah.
even just skimming through this stuff, my monkey mind was already kind of intrigued.
It's a classic text for a reason.
Yeah.
Vivekananda really gets to the heart of how our minds work, and what's so fascinating is it's not just diagnosing the problem.
Right.
He gives us tools to actually change things.
Okay, so let's break this down.
Sure.
First up, Pratyahara.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting this sense that it's about controlling the senses,
Yeah.
but a way that's deeper than just like plugging your ears or something.
Exactly. Think of it as gathering in your attention
Mm.
instead of being, scattered outwards
Yeah.
by every sight and sound. You're gaining mastery over where your energy goes.
Okay.
Vivekananda actually compares the untamed mind to a maddened monkey
Yeah.
jumping from one distraction to the next. Yeah.
That visual is both hilarious and painfully relatable.
Right.
But okay, so if we are the monkey, how do we even begin to
Yeah.
get a grip?
The first step might surprise you.
Okay.
It's simply observation. Just noticing the thoughts
Okay.
that arise without judgment.
Mhm.
This builds self-awareness, which
Right.
is the foundation of control.
Okay.
And, don't be discouraged if at first
Yeah.
some pretty unpleasant thoughts bubble up.
Yeah.
This is normal, and their power actually diminishes with consistent observation.
So it's like shining a light
Mm-hmm.
on those dark corners of the mind.
Yeah,
They lose their scariness when exposed.
exactly.
I've dabbled in mindfulness meditation,
Right.
and that seems to touch on some similar ideas, right?
Definitely many modern mindfulness techniques
Yeah.
have roots in these ancient yogic practices.
Right.
Vivekananda was way ahead of his time in understanding the connection
Yeah.
between awareness and mental control.
Right.
But he takes it a step further with Dharana.
Which is about holding the mind.
Yes.
I'm picturing like physically grabbing onto a thought and refusing to let go.
That's a fun image,
Yeah.
but not quite.
Correct.
Dharana is more about sustained focus.
Okay.
Choosing a specific point.
Right.
It could be a physical sensation like
Mhm.
your breath
Okay.
or a mental image,
Mhm.
and holding your attention there.
Mm-hmm.
The longer you can do this, the stronger your concentration becomes.
So it's like training for a mental marathon.
Exactly.
At first, you can only hold focus for a short burst.
Yeah.
But with practice,
Mm-hmm.
you build endurance.
Right.
But I'm already imagining my monkey
Mm-hmm.
getting bored and wanting to swing off to something else.
It's true that initial instability is something Vivekananda warns about.
Oh,
Even small distractions can throw you off balance.
yeah.
But he emphasizes that even a few minutes of daily practice
Okay.
is better than none.
Right.
You don't need to become a hermit to reap the benefits.
This is where I struggle.
Mm.
I'm surrounded by distractions constantly. Phone work, my to-do list buzzing in my head.
Right.
Did Vivekananda have any tips
Well,
for, living in the real world
he did.
while trying to master your mind?
He stressed minimizing
Okay.
unnecessary distractions,
Mm-hmm.
solitude, limiting speech,
Right.
even moderating work.
Okay.
It's about creating space
Yeah.
for your mind to settle.
Mm.
He wasn't advocating for everyone to become monks,
Right.
but rather to be intentional about what we allow to consume our attention.
Okay, so maybe I can start with small changes,
Yeah.
like silencing notifications
Mm-hmm.
for a bit each day,
Right.
or consciously choosing one task
Exactly.
to focus on at a time.
Mm.
Baby steps towards taming the monkey.
Exactly. And you know what's interesting?
Go ahead.
Vivekananda claimed there are even some, let's say, side effects
Like-
that might pop up as you progress on this path.
Ooh, intrigue me. What kind of side effects are we talking about?
He mentions things like hearing unusual sounds,
Okay.
maybe distant bells, or a kind of subtle hum.
Wow.
Some people even report seeing flashes of light.
Whoa, that sounds almost mystical. Is he talking about like supernatural powers?
Well,
Because if mastering my mind gets me laser vision,
yeah,
I'm all in.
maybe not laser vision.
Okay.
Vivekananda was very clear that these experiences,
Yeah.
while fascinating,
Yeah.
are not the main point.
Okay.
He saw them as indicators that your practice is deepening,
Mm-hmm.
your senses becoming more refined,
Right.
but getting fixated on them
Yeah.
can actually be a distraction.
Okay, so don't go chasing rainbows.
Exactly.
Focus on the actual training.
Right.
That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still curious, like, what did he say the ultimate goal was?
Yeah.
What does mastering the mind actually look like in daily life?
He describes it as a state of freedom.
Okay.
Not freedom from responsibility,
Right.
but freedom from being constantly ruled by your reactive thoughts and emotions.
Okay.
You become more responsive, able to choose how you react,
I see.
instead of being swept away by every little thing.
So instead of my inner monkey going bananas every time something unexpected happens,
Right.
I can actually pause,
Mm-hmm.
assess the situation,
Exactly.
and choose my response.
Yeah.
That would be life-changing, honestly.
Exactly. It's not about becoming some emotionless robot,
Right.
but rather cultivating a sense of inner peace and clarity
Okay.
that isn't dependent on external circumstances. You become the master of your own mental house, so to speak.
Okay, I'm sold.
Hee.
But let's be real, this all sounds like hard work.
It can be.
And you mentioned Vivekananda talked about challenges. On this path, what did he say about dealing with setbacks? Those times when the monkey just won't be tamed.
He was big on patience
Okay.
and self-compassion. He knew that the path isn't always linear.
Right.
There will be days when you feel like you're taking 2 steps back.
Yeah.
For everyone forward. But he encouraged his students to see these moments as opportunities to learn and grow,
Right.
not as failures.
So instead of beating myself up when I inevitably get distracted or lose focus, I should treat it as just part of the process.
Exactly.
Like, okay, monkey mind, I see you. Let's gently guide our attention back to the breath.
Exactly. It's about cultivating resilience, that ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward.
Okay.
And this is where another piece of Vivekananda's advice really resonated with me.
Okay.
He stressed the power of choosing one idea, one path, and immersing yourself fully in it.
That's interesting. In a world of endless options, it's so easy to fall into the trap of dabbling, trying a bit of this, a bit of that, but never really going deep with anything.
Right.
I'm definitely guilty of that.
He called it nibbling at ideas.
Okay.
And he believed it was a major obstacle to true mastery.
Right.
He even went so far as to say that only those who become mad with an idea, who dedicate themselves fully to it, will truly see the light.
Wow. Okay, that's intense.
He.
But I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
It's about that laser focus.
Yeah.
That unwavering commitment to a goal.
Exactly.
Even when things get tough. And it makes me think, he shared that lovely story about the pearl oyster, right?
Yes.
Maybe that's part of what he was getting at.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The oyster patiently waits for the perfect raindrop to create a pearl.
Right.
It doesn't get distracted by every ripple in the water.
I see.
And similarly, we need that kind of unwavering focus to cultivate true inner growth. Right.
But Vivekananda didn't stop at just metaphors.
Okay.
He also gave some very specific, actionable advice
Okay.
for those seeking to master their minds.
Ooh, okay, lay it on me.
Yeah.
What were some of his top tips for putting all this into practice?
Well, he was a big believer
Okay.
in the power of diet. For those seeking deeper levels of mental clarity.
Right.
He recommended a simple diet
Okay.
based on milk and cereals.
Interesting. So like a yogi-approved bowl of oatmeal for breakfast.
You got it.
Okay.
But he also acknowledged
Yeah.
that for most people, simply avoiding overeating is key.
Right.
It's about finding that balance where food nourishes you without making you sluggish or dulling your senses.
That makes sense.
All
I know I definitely feel more mentally sharp when I eat lighter meals.
Yes.
And it ties back to that idea of minimizing distractions.
Right.
Right. If our bodies are busy digesting a heavy meal.
Our minds aren't as free to focus on higher pursuits.
Precisely.
Right.
And on that note, he also stressed the importance of physical posture. He believed that a straight spine and an upright posture actually helped to calm and focus the mind.
I've never thought about it that way, but I can see the connection.
Yeah.
When I'm slouching or hunched over my computer,
Right.
I definitely feel more mentally foggy.
It's about aligning the physical and the mental, creating an environment where both body and mind are primed for clarity and focus.
Okay, so we've got diet posture, minimizing distractions. Any other practical tips from the master himself?
One that really stand out is his advice on breath control. He believed that learning to regulate your breath was fundamental to controlling the mind. He even suggested specific breathing techniques that could help to calm the nervous system and enhance mental focus.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've noticed that when I'm feeling stressed or anxious, my breath becomes shallow and erratic. But if I can consciously slow it down and deepen it, I instantly feel calmer and more centered.
Exactly. It's a powerful tool that's always available to us. And it's something you can practice anywhere, anytime, without needing any special equipment or training.
Okay, so let's recap. We've got Pratyahara, the practice of withdrawing the senses. Dharana, the practice of focused concentration. And then Vivekananda's practical tips, including diet posture, minimizing distractions and breath control.
Exactly.
It feels like a holistic approach to mental mastery, working on multiple levels to create lasting change.
That's a great way to put it. It's not just about meditating for a few minutes a day. It's about integrating these principles into every aspect of your life. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your journey towards greater clarity, focus, and inner peace.
And I love that he emphasizes that it's a journey, not a destination.
Exactly.
There's no finish line to cross. Just a continual process of growth and evolution, which makes me think, for our listeners who are feeling inspired to take on this challenge, what would be a good first step?
That's a great question.
What one thing could they do today to start taming their own monkey minds?
I think a simple yet powerful first step is to simply become more aware of your breath. Throughout the day, take a few moments to pause and notice your breath. Is it shallow or deep? Smooth or erratic? Simply observing your breath without judgment can bring a sense of calm and presence into even the most hectic day.
That's such a great reminder. So it's something we can all do. Regardless of our experience level or lifestyle.
Exactly.
Just a few conscious breaths can make a world of difference.
It's a small step, but it can have a ripple effect, leading to greater awareness, focus, and ultimately a more peaceful and fulfilling life.
This has been such a fascinating and insightful deep dive.
I agree.
I feel like I've gained so much from exploring these concepts with you.
Been a pleasure.
And for everyone listening, we hope you've been inspired to explore these ideas further. And to embark on your own journey of mastering your mind.
Absolutely.
Remember, even small steps can lead to profound transformations.
That's right.
So true. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time.
Yes, thank you.
May you find peace, clarity, and joy on your path.